Hi, I'm Michael Kurosh. I live in Santa Barbara, California, one of the most beautiful places on earth. My design center is where people come to reimagine their homes and spaces. I work with the best designers, clients with broad tastes, and experts who navigate the fascinating world of design. I'm always excited to learn something new, and I never say no to a challenge. This is Design Santa Barbara. Welcome to Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kurosh, and today we are in Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. Please join us when we take a tour of the city. Buenos Aires is the capital city of Argentina, located on the western shore of the Rio de la Plata on South America's southeastern coast. Buenos Aires is Spanish for fair winds or good airs. The city of Buenos Aires is neither part of Buenos Aires province nor the province's capital. Rather, it is an autonomous district. In 1880, after decades of political infighting, Buenos Aires was federalized and removed from Buenos Aires province. The city limits were enlarged to include the towns of Belgrano and Flores. Both are now neighborhoods of the city. In 1994, constitutional amendment granted the city autonomy, hence its formal name of Autonomous City of Buenos Aires. Its citizens first elected the chief of government in 1996. Previously, the mayor was directly appointed by the President of Argentina. The Greater Buenos Aires region, which also includes several Buenos Aires province districts, constitutes the fifth most populous metropolitan area in the Americas, with a population of around 13.8 million. It is also second largest city south of the Tropic of Capricorn. The quality of life in Buenos Aires was ranked 91st in the world in 2018, being one of the best in Latin America. It is known for its preserved eclectic European architecture and rich cultural life. It is a multicultural city that is home to multiple ethnic and religious groups, contributing to its culture as well as to dialect spoken in the city and in some other parts of the country. This is because since the 19th century, the city and the country in general has been a major recipient of millions of immigrants from all over the world, making it a melting pot where several ethnic groups live together. Thus, Buenos Aires is considered one of the most diverse cities in the Americas. In 1516, navigator and explorer Juan Díaz de Solís, navigating in the name of Spain, was the first European to reach the Rio de la Plata. His expedition was cut short when he was killed during an attack by the native Churao tribe in what is now Uruguay. The city of Buenos Aires was first established as Ciudad de Nuestra Señora Santa María del Buen Aire, literally, City of Our Lady San Mary of the Fair Winds, on 2nd February 1536 by a Spanish expedition led by Pedro de Mendoza. The settlement founded by Mendoza was located in what is today the San Telmo district of Buenos Aires, south of the city center. More attacks by the indigenous people forced the settlers away, and in 1542 the site was thusly abandoned. A second permanent settlement was established on 11th of June 1580 by Juan de Garay. From its earliest days, Buenos Aires depended primarily on trade. During most of the 17th century, Spanish ships were menaced by pirates, so they developed a complex system where ships with military protection were dispatched to Central America in a convoy from Seville, Spain, then the only port allowed to trade with American colonies. Buenos Aires eventually became an open port due to pressure on the Spanish throne by the advancement of British interests in the region, including the taking of Panama and the revolutionary leanings of the region. During the British invasions of the Rio de la Plata, British forces attacked Buenos Aires twice. In 1806, the British successfully invaded Buenos Aires, but an army from Montevideo defeated them. From 1810 to 1818, the Argentine War of Independence raged, resulting in the region's liberation and Buenos Aires' establishment as the capital of a free Argentina. The Casa Rosada, translated to the Pink House, became the presidential palace for the nation's leader in 1853. I hope you enjoyed so far the city of Buenos Aires and learned a little bit about its history. We will be back with more of Buenos Aires after a short break. Stay tuned.
Santa Barbara Pizza House is your home for the best pizza in town. Embrace a symphony of flavors and textures with our pizzas. Drawing inspiration from both Chicago's deep dish legacy and Naples' artisanal heritage, our pizzas boast perfectly executed crusts, tantalizing sauces, and the finest mozzarella. Whether you're a seasoned pizza connoisseur or just looking for a delicious meal, our pizza here is sure to satisfy. Featuring specialty pizzas named after iconic Santa Barbara streets, our mouth-watering menu will have you coming back over and over again to try each new meal. We offer a full menu of salads, sides, sandwiches, and desserts. Santa Barbara Pizza House is conveniently located at 515 State Street in the heart of downtown Santa Barbara. Visit us online at sbpizzahouse.com or call and place your order at 805-637-7721. Santa Barbara Pizza House. You won't leave hungry.
Today I would like to talk to you about rugs. 3 important things to remember when you are buying a rug. First is the size. Size is very important, and this is what you have to do your study. So if it's for a living room, I recommend to have the front legs of all the furniture to sit on the certain rug you're buying. So go measure it. Make sure you have at least a foot extended beyond the front legs. If you can afford it, get a rug that encompasses all the furniture to be sitting on it. So usually for a living room, you're talking an 8x10, 9x12, a bigger living room, 10x14, and if you want something to sit on it, 12x15 or 12x18. Second, there is a style. It is very important that the style you pick matches the house you have. Check the room. Is it a traditional house? Is it a modern house? Is it a transitional house? You pick the style matching your house and your living style. Lastly, and one of the most important steps, is the type of rug you're gonna buy. I highly recommend you to do your study and see what type of rug is good for your situation. Most rugs I recommend are hand knotted. So these are the type of rugs that they're done by hand. They're mostly natural fibers. They don't have any chemicals. They don't have any machines involved making it. They're hand knotted and they get more valuable over the time, and they are very durable and long lasting. These are 3 things to remember when you're buying a rug. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. As we continue exploring the Buenos Aires, I got a tip for you. If you want to see the city, get up early morning before the sunrise as you're alone, and you get a different feel and vibe and get to know the city the best. Let's continue exploring the history and architecture of the city of Buenos Aires. The 20th century saw Buenos Aires struggle to become a modern city with focus on developing public works, healthcare for its citizens, and modernization. The rapid expansion of the city led to the influx of tens of thousands of immigrants from rural sections of Argentina who established shanty towns on the outskirts of Buenos Aires. In contrast, the core of the city was quickly becoming a modern metropolis with grand architecture and design. Construction of the obelisks of Buenos Aires was completed in 1936 and to this day remains one of the city's most iconic symbols. Throughout the 20th century, the city was further modernized, though not without major civil strife. Mass transit was built at the expense of numerous neighborhoods being forcibly demolished, and poorer communities were relocated to advance the construction of more lavish homes for the ever-growing middle class. Buenos Aires is the hub of Argentine culture. Here, visitors can take in the incredible food of the region, including traditional gaucho barbecues. The nightlife of Buenos Aires is also world famous for its establishment of the tango. The Buenos Aires is strongly influenced by European culture. The city is sometimes referred to as the Paris of South America. With its scores of theaters and productions, the city has the busiest live theater industry in South America. Buenos Aires is the home of the Teatro Colón, an internationally rated opera house. There are several symphony orchestras and choral societies. The city has numerous museums related to arts and crafts and popular music, as well as the preserved homes of noted art collectors, writers, composers, and artists. The city is home to hundreds of bookstores, public libraries, and cultural associations, and is sometimes called the City of Books. Buenos Aires architecture is characterized by its eclectic nature, with elements resembling Paris and Madrid. There is a mix, due to immigration, of colonial, Art Deco, Art Nouveau, Neo-Gothic, and French Bourbon styles. Italian and French influences increased after the Declaration of Independence at the beginning of the 19th century, although the academic style persisted until the first decades of the 20th century. Attempts at renovation took place during the second half of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, when European influences penetrated into the country, reflected by several buildings of Buenos Aires, such as the Iglesia Santa Felicitas, the Palace of Justice, National Congress, and Teatro Colón. The simplicity of Rioplatense Baroque style can be clearly seen in Buenos Aires through the works of Italian architects such as Andrea Blanqui and Antonio Masella, in the churches of San Ignacio, Nostra Senora del Pilar, and Cathedral, and the Cabildo. In 1912, the Basilica del Santissimo Sacramento was opened to the public. Its construction was funded by donations from members of Argentine's most prominent families. The church is an excellent example of French neoclassicism, with extraordinary high-grade decoration in its interior. The magnificent pipe organ is the biggest ever installed in an Argentine church with more than 4,000 tubes. The altar is full of marble and was the biggest ever built in South America at that time. In 1919, the construction of Palacio Barolo began. It was South America's tallest building at the time and was the first Argentine skyscraper built with concrete. The building was equipped with 9 elevators, plus a 20-meter-high lobby hall with paintings in the ceiling and Latin phrases embossed in golden bronze letters. A 300,000 candela beacon was installed at the top, making the building visible even from Uruguay. In 2009, the Barolo Palace went under an exhaustive restoration and the beacon was made operational again. The architecture of second half of the 19th century continued to produce French neoclassic models, such as the headquarters of the Banco de la Nación Argentina and the Museo Hispano-Americano de Buenos Aires of Martin Noel. The construction of skyscrapers proliferated in Buenos Aires during the latter half of the 20th century and the beginning of the 21st century. Let's look at more of the incredible architecture of Buenos Aires. Thank you for taking the time to explore the city of Buenos Aires with me. It is the true cultural metropolis of South America. It was a joyful experience to learn more about Buenos Aires.
Santa Barbara Pizza House is your home for the best pizza in town. Embrace a symphony of flavors and textures with our pizzas. Drawing inspiration from both Chicago's deep dish legacy and Naples' artisanal heritage, our pizzas boast perfectly executed crusts, tantalizing sauces, and the finest mozzarella. Whether you're a seasoned pizza connoisseur or just looking for a delicious meal, our pizza here is sure to satisfy. Featuring specialty pizzas named after iconic Santa Barbara streets, our mouth-watering menu will have you coming back over and over again to try each new meal. We offer a full menu of salads, sides, sandwiches, and desserts. Santa Barbara Pizza House is conveniently located at 515 State Street in the heart of downtown Santa Barbara. Visit us online at sbpizzahouse.com or call and place your order at 805-637-7721. Santa Barbara Pizza House. You won't leave hungry.
How many times in the last year have you said to yourself, I really need a new sofa? Spending so much time at home lately, you deserve the most comfortable furniture. At Santa Barbara Design Center's massive showroom, we have numerous selections of sofas and sectionals that you can take home today. Or we can custom build your dream sofa. We make the most comfortable and stylish sofas and sectionals in the industry today. Just ask the top designers in Santa Barbara. They use our sofas and sectionals in their projects because they know clients are beyond satisfied with the results. For a decision as important as this, don't go online or buy from a catalog photo. Come into 410 Olive Street and let our experienced team help you find the perfect fit for your home. Trust me, you want to sit on it before you buy. Today we are with Miss Sherry Bagai from Sherry B Design, and she's our in-house window and drapery specialist. So, Miss Sherry, viewers had a question as why should they actually use window coverings in their home where they can have it free and open and everybody can, God knows, look in and they can look out? Could you explain?
There are many reasons, obviously, but I'm going to give you 6 important reasons that why having window coverings in the house is beneficial to you. Number 1 is the style. You know, with adding window coverings, you can make a room look formal, informal, contemporary. You can definitely bring a style and a warmth to the room. Second one, probably, I think the most important would be privacy. We all want to have privacy inside the house, so honeycomb shades are perfect. They would let the light in, but nobody can see inside and outside. I think the third most important reason would be the light that comes through. If you don't have any window coverings, your wood floor can get faded, your area rugs can get affected by the lights. The next important one would be the energy cost.
Yes.
With the window covering, you can make the room cooler, warmer, and definitely helps you with keeping the cost of your electricity and gas low. Last but not least would be how much value it would add to your home. If you're thinking about selling your home, definitely the right window covering, window treatment makes your home more elegant and more desirable.
More representative.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with all of them. And I highly recommend you, if you're looking for window coverings, come see Sherry B at Santa Barbara Design Center and get the right and proper window covering and add to your home and make your life happier.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. On Design Santa Barbara today we're going to talk about rugs. I cannot help it, it's my favorite subject. So this beautiful piece is from Afghanistan, northern Afghanistan, southern Russia, and close to Turkmenistan. These are Ersari tribe. Ersari tribe they are a Turkmen tribe. They are from original Turks actually. They live in the Turkey is in the western of the Caspian Sea. These original people live in the eastern part of the Caspian Sea. And they have been there for a good 2,000-3,000 years. Although within like about 1,000 years ago, they started migrating toward Turkey. So this particular one is a very interesting piece. It's mostly used for the front entrance of a tent. So the tents are yurts. The tents they use are not the four corners we use, they are the round ones, and they have an opening in the front that they weave this particular rug that's called hatchli or enzi to hang in front of it. Used to have the corners used to have ropes to secure it to the front. What they try to do is they try to mimic the wooden doors that they see in the villages. So they wove that wooden door with their own design and elements to hang in front of the tent, so the wind, the cold, the animals don't come in, and the heat from inside doesn't go out. This particular one is in a very good shape. It is a mid-19th century piece, and mid-19th century translates to like about 170 years of age nowadays. It usually, look at it, the bottom part gets worn on these pieces because it's dragging to the ground, and the ground is dirt, is stones, is sandy, and very rough. But this one has stayed in a very good shape. There's two reasons to it. First of all, it has been woven very finely, and perhaps this didn't last long with the tribe. So maybe they used it for 10 years. Somebody came along and they sold it to the merchants because these were very much in demand in the 19th century in England and Europe. It has interesting elements. First of all, it is the finest wool you can get. It is sheep's hair, and when the sheep are young, they have finer hair, and that hair translates to much better wool. It has a lot of lanolin. You put your finger, after 170 years, it still has some fat coming out of it. It is on a goat hair foundation. So the goat hair is hard to make the knot, but actually is a very sturdy, long hair that they can use for the foundation of the rug. Then we have the wefts that they are made of wool as well. The edges are made of horsehair. Horsehair, I've seen pictures, and what happened is snakes don't cross the horsehair band. It is a very interesting thing. I don't know why, but snakes, and these people live in a dry area that has poisonous snakes, will never cross this. So as long as you may be sitting on this or whatever, snake will not cross it. The designs on this very interesting. You have this beautiful tulip opening up. It is a sign of youth, is sign of rebirth, and they come up the first days of spring is sign of renewal. You have this ram's horns. If you isolate this design, is a ram's horn. Ram's horn sheep are the staple of these people. It's the wealth of these people, and they are their livelihood. So very important in their life. But also this design at a later point, or actually earlier point, I don't know which one comes first, these people live on a silk route and they go to Armenia. If you look at it, this is a cross, and the cross in Armenia has been used since the 2nd century and is a very old design. You have the ram's horn here again. You come up, you have this beautiful tree made of bird heads. If you see, these are bird heads in a trellis. Very artistic. The lady who wove this must have been out of this planet. These are dragons. These are stylized dragons. Dragons play a very important role in this people's lives, and that's a dragon right there. You have a tree of life. If you see again with bird heads, is a tree of life that grows here right in the middle. You have ram's horn at top of that little building if you see at the very end. You come up here, you have the 8-sided star. You have this little motifs they call göz, is against evil eye. come out a little bit more, again, you have these crosses, which is the ram horns, as well as the cross they inherited from Armenia, but then Armenians again inherited this from another culture which is before them. You have in the border, once again, you have this beautiful design, looks like a Hermes buckle, but it's not. It is the ram's horn again, this way. And the colors they use in this are magical. You think about it, they're living in this dry, arid climate and not too many plants grow in there. But they used this color, which is eggplant. They take the eggplant shells, they cook it, they get that color. This is indigo, is a very saturated indigo. This is another indigo. This is hard color to get, it's a blue-green. So they take the indigo, they add yellow to it, like a weld or saffron to create that color. You have the white, which is a natural color. You have the brown, which is again natural wool. And if you can see, these different layers of wear because the dyes and the wool wear differently. So the corrosion is different, gives different heights. That's how you can also learn about the age of the rugs. You figure out how old they are because it takes roughly 100 years at least to one color to get corroded, and then to get a second color corroded, that's another 20-30 years, and then so on. We had a rug hanging here before, it was 500 years old, and it has like 6-7 different layers of corrosion. All in all, is an artistic piece, is a master work. This lady who wove this probably took her a good 4 seasons, and 4 seasons, not 3 months. Their seasons are 6 months because they move to lowlands in the winter and they move to highlands in the summer. Every season is 6 months. So it took roughly 2 years just to weave it, and then took probably a year or so to prepare it. She needs to shear the wool, card it, spin it, and then dye it, and it's just a wonderful piece. Again, is a Ersari Turkoman, 1850s. Come and feel it, touch it, and get inspired by it. We have it in the Santa Barbara Design Center. Thank you.